Okay. See, right there. That's just not gonna do. Hold up. Come on. Stay down. Stay. I'll give it a week before I get a haircut.
If I die again, I could stay dead. Failure's not an option. All right, let's see what you got.
So Happy Death Day to You is the sequel to 2017's Happy Death Day, which was my biggest surprise of that year. But Happy Death Day to You takes place directly after the first Happy Death Day takes off. Tree, played by Jessica Roth, has supposedly gone out of her time loop, which if you guys haven't seen Happy Death Day, essentially it was Groundhog Day meets Scream. But essentially in Happy Death Day 2, after some circumstances, Tree is back in her time loop. However, there are different things happening in this loop, and she must figure out how to get out of this loop. Alright guys, so let's get into Happy Death Day to You. As I mentioned before, Happy Death Day was my biggest surprise of 2017. When I first saw that trailer, I thought it was going to be this typical teen slasher flick with just a time loop premise, when it turns out it's a film that takes the Groundhog premise, and I thought it really twists on its head with some, still it does follow some cliches, but for the most part I thought the film did a really well done job of taking a well done premise and essentially making its own, and I really enjoyed Happy Death Day more than I thought I would. And when they did announce Happy Death Day to You, I was really curious as to how not only they would continue off of Happy Death Day, but also how they would explain the whole timer premise, and I'm happy to say, guys, that I really enjoyed Happy Death Day to You. Starting off with performances, once again, Jessica Roth absolutely owns it as Tree. I said this before at Happy Death Day and I'll say it again, but Jessica Roth has such a great screen presence. She has great charisma, she has great comedic timing, and she even could pull off the really, heartfelt scenes. Like, there is a part in this movie into which she just has to bring on the feels, and she does it like that, and it brought the feels on to me. Seriously, Jessica Roth is such a talented actress. I would love to see her in anything, and plus just seeing her in these situations into how she has to kill herself multiple times, into which that's a plot point in which I will not explain to you guys because that's a huge spoiler, but just seeing her doing these situations, it honestly had me laughing. I mean, it's a dark comedy for certain, but it had me laughing. Here's the thing with the original Happy Death Day, that film is definitely marketed as a horror slasher film, but really when I look at it, it's definitely more of a horror comedy, and what I loved here in Happy Death Day to You is that they definitely play up the more comedic route. I mean, sure, there are definitely some thrilling sequences, but I like that they played the more comedic aspect, and I really thought it did work for the most part. There are situations in this film into which I caught myself laughing harder than I expected, especially in this one death sequence that involved Jessica Roth skydiving. I mean, that's in the trailer, but holy crap, when you see the end of that sequence, I remember everyone in my theater, including myself, we were dying, we were laughing, sort of. I mean, seriously. Jessica Roth, again, I'll bring it to her again. She's a great screen presence. Not just because she was in a bikini, but just saying. Don't get me wrong though, there are some great thrilling sequences in which Christopher Landon does direct very well, but for the most part this film really more is of a comedy, and I thought as a comedy, for the most part, it worked. Another thing that I thought that Happy Death Day to You does very well is not only with time loops, but also the multiverse as well. Not only did I think it did a really good job of simplifying a multiverse, but remember on Happy Death Day how it simply took Groundhog Day and put in a horror spin? This time it's essentially Groundhog Day meets Scream, kind of meets another sci-fi film, and how they did it, I thought they did a really good job about it. And how this film ends, I would not mind seeing a third one. I would actually really like to see a Happy Death Day trilogy. I think that'd be really cool. Now, like the original film Happy Death Day to You does have its fair share of problems. When it comes to the killer, in the original film, I did not know who the killer was until they revealed himself. And this film, the moment that a character came on screen, I knew the killer was right away, and the moment that they came up, I just thought, oh, well, that was obvious. Like I mentioned before, the film plays with the comedic aspect more, which I really liked. However, when the film does try and play the horror aspect more, I really feel like it didn't work nearly as much. And even though the comedy aspect does work a lot more, there are still a couple of jokes that really do fall flat. And the other thing is, surprisingly enough, the film is just over an hour 40 minutes. There is definitely one sequence into which I definitely think could have been trimmed down significantly, but otherwise that's it. So overall, like the original film, I thought that Happy Death Day 2 was a solid sequel. I don't think it's a better film than the original, nor do I think it's a worse film than the original. I actually like this film on the same level as the original film. So all in all, I'm gonna give Happy Death Day 2U a 3 out of 5 stars. This was definitely a solid sequel. If you're a fan of the original film, I would definitely suggest checking this one out, or even if you're looking for a good date night movie, definitely check this one out as well. Alright guys, so comment out and let me know below. Have you guys seen Happy Death Day 2? Did you guys like it as much as the original, or did you guys like it at the same level? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat and Stardust. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. If you guys have not yet voted, still the 2019 Next Generation Film Awards Best Picture poll is still up. So if you guys have not yet voted, you guys still have about 9 days left. So if you guys have not yet voted, don't worry, you guys still have time. So go to the link in the description below and cast your vote. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Happy Death Day 2. If so, please hit that like button, share, subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell to see when a new video from me goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 reviews, please click either on my left or on my right side of the screen. I know it's probably opposite, but whatever. And of course, until my next review, I'll see you guys next time.